I see the
Hey,
live button. I see the live button.
it is Monday evening, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, where you are, Janine. And I actually look forward to these nights because I love what we do. I love talking about our job.
Me
So
too.
yeah, so Janine is what the heck are you?
Doesn't
Senior
matter.
vision leader, my absolute right hand man in I always want to say Philadelphia, but like in the Allentown, Pennsylvania area.
Yeah.
And I am Mary Grace Lewandowski. I'm an executive company vice president. Don't you forget it, with Park Lane Jewelry. And I am located in the St. Louis, Missouri area.
Right.
And every single Monday night, we love to go do this little interview style where Janine is going to ask me questions about my job. I'm going to answer them. And whether you are here on purpose or not, you may get a little glimmer of excitement over what we're about to tell you. And we are hoping that you will fill out the Google form that we attach to either the YouTube video area or to wherever this is streaming to, or to whoever is sharing this with you. Fill out the Google survey, the jewelry survey, and one of you is going to win jewelry from me just for having watched it. So we get pretty excited about that.
Free
So
jewelry is always exciting, isn't it?
yes, and I don't need to be doing all the talking here, but Janine, what 4 questions are you going to be asking?
I'm happy you're doing all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
I just want to say we are streaming. Everything's good. So we stream in several places. So what we ask you to do is drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. I see Kim Bain is watching live. Thank you so much, Kim. We appreciate that. Just let us know where you're watching from. And then wherever you're watching from, we will drop that Google, what are we calling it? A Google questionnaire. We will drop that into that area for you.
Yes.
All right. So somebody's watching from Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. Hello, whoever you are. I apologize. It just says Facebook user, but we're glad to have you. Okay. So I'm going to ask Mary Grace 4 questions that many people ask when they're interested in direct sales. And quite honestly, you've either been invited to this group because we think you'd be great in what we do, or you know a lot of people and you might be able to bless somebody and help somebody with this information. So we're really, really happy you're here. We have some people watching from Brookfield, from West Islip, New York, Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Hi. So Mary Grace, my first question is what everybody asks. Why direct sales?
Okay, so when you ask me this question, the first thing I always want to make sure, because, I am like so average, like middle of the road person, like if it's a top 40 hit, I'm going to like it. So I think of things the way that the majority of people in the world think. And the most important thing is that you know what direct sales is, because I think if I was very interested in this job, it seemed so fun, blah, blah, blah. Thank goodness I did it. But if someone had called it direct sales at the time, I might have had the wrong idea. So no, it's not one of those pyramid schemes or whatever people think. If it's a pyramid scheme, then so is every business in the whole United States of America, right? Direct sales simply means direct to consumer. And what it means is that we serve as the middleman. And it has been a delightful way to represent products since the day that I've known about it. But it has been especially popular and wonderful and a service to offer people since quarantine and everything. People love to shop online. 78% of our reps do their business online. People love to shop in person. 9% of our reps do all in person. And most people like a little bit of both. They're a little bit sick of Amazon and not being able to reach a human being. They want a human being. So direct sales is the answer because we can click all of the boxes for them. Now, as you know, Janine, again, something that just spoke to me, and I like to repeat it. And the first time I ever heard it was on a video cassette, which shows you how old I am. But also you can trust me, you guys. I've been in direct sales for close to 30 years. Okay. But there is a gentleman named David Bach, B-A-C-H, and he wrote The Automatic Millionaire, which continues to be on the bestseller list. And I was always looking for a way to get ahead, to do better. I was always looking for opportunity. If you're watching this, you probably are too. Well, David Bach was talking about how he had come up with the perfect framework, the perfect plan where average people like you and I, which I know we're above average. Please don't take offense, my wonderful Janine. But, like people that weren't trust fund babies or weren't like Donald Trump's children, could become automatic millionaires in a very short time by doing a very simple, consistent investment. and David was all excited. I call him by his first name. We're such good friends. David was all excited because he was ready to present this to people. And he said he very quickly realized that there was a big problem. And that was that almost all of us, 99.9% of us, live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
So when he was talking about at that time investing $300 to $500 a month, in today's world, to be fair, it would translate more to $500 to $700 a month. He said when he was like, that he couldn't get past that part because people would just laugh and they'd go, David, we don't have an extra $500 to $700 a month. And if we did, it would be to pay down the debt we have. They weren't just living paycheck to paycheck. They were living beyond.
Okay.
So every month they had more month than they did have money, and something was going on a credit card. And if they ever were going to get ahead, that's where these big funds were going to go to. Much less talk about having a vacation, being able to fix something in the home that was, and that was pretty much my lifestyle as well when I started. So he said the bigger problem was how are people going to make this $300 to $500 or $500 to $700, and he said that's when he discovered direct sales, because it's all of the benefits of running your own business with none of the overhead, none of the risk, especially when we get into this particular company, and you working around the schedule that you have and the needs that you have. And that's so true, Janine. I always wanted to be like one of the best workers that an employer ever had, but I never had like the ability to choose when, how I wanted to work. Like maybe I want to make thousands of dollars this month and just a couple hundred next month. They'd laugh you out of the place if that was it. So the direct sales is the answer for everybody to follow that dream, to make some of those goals happen, whether you just want to make grocery money, whether you just want to make an extra couple $100 and pay for a kid's birthday party, whether you want to make, 6-figure incomes like we've been able to do in the duration. So direct sales truly is for everybody to try.
I also love that you share that 78% of our workforce does it online. It's a great income stream for that. And that's why it's a really great thing to weave into your everyday life.
Yeah. Because mostly when you look for other opportunities, it involves quitting the job you already have. How many times have people said that to you, Janine? Oh, I already have a job. And I say,
good.
I never would have been brave enough to quit my full-time job to just do direct sales. But my goodness, being able to fit it into the lifestyle that I already had and being able to see like this thing's got legs, I'm going to go with it. That was very comforting to me and to my husband and family. And
we attract all different types of career choices. So we have attorneys, we have doctors, we have stay-at-home moms.
CEOs of companies have left to do direct sales. Here because of the opportunity. So
the income stream opportunities, absolutely. So okay, now that we know what direct sales is and all these fine people do, why jewelry? Why is jewelry important?
Yeah, because there's lots of different things that you could choose. And as a matter of fact, if you Google, I'll just do this work for you. If you Google, I'm looking into direct sales, when the Google people want to give you advice, one of the things they say is pick a product that you love. That is smart because you're going to represent it and it's exciting. However, what do you think is even smarter? Picking a product that most other people love. And that's what I'm going to tell you about jewelry, because my original direct sales foray was into a home product, which I loved. And I was one of those people, again, I'm so average, that would be like, who would ever sell jewelry? Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story. I am. I know. And look at us now. I'm going to tell you a little story. It goes back to the Levine family. And you'll hear more about our company. My longest answer was the first answer, though, just to give you guys some relief. But the Levine family started our company in 1955. And they did a super brilliant thing. And that is they decided the framework. They decided the forum in which they wanted to sell. They knew they wanted to use the direct sales model, mainly because they wanted to help other people be able to create wealth for their families like they were going to do, leaving money to their children's children. And we're on our 3rd generation. So already mission accomplished and more to come. But they didn't know what product. And they like, we really need to be smart about this. We're not just going to pick something that speaks to us. We're going to do our research. So they hired these consulting companies, 3 of them. And to each of them, they said, go out into the world and come back with the first 3 choices that you recommend of a product that we sell, and be prepared to defend your answers. I always loved that part because it sounded like a college exam or something. Well, all 3 of them, much to the Levine's shock, came back with jewelry as number 1. That was not on their radar as number 1. So the second and third choices varied, but the number 1 all across the board. And here's why. And here's what you have found. Here's what I found. And it's like, duh. Well, how did I not know this right from the beginning? But you guys, whenever you're representing a product, you want your market to be as wide and differentiated as possible, right? And jewelry appeals to everybody. Every gender, every age group, everybody. Okay. I dare you to look around. I did that. When I first was looking at whether I should switch to jewelry, I looked around, and all my day, I found that everyone had some kind of ornamentation on, even if it was just a little pair of stud earrings. Everybody wears jewelry, right? It withstands the test of time. You know, when you look at the Pirates of the Caribbean or the Cleopatra movies, I mean, or the guys in their beautiful caveman fur things, and they put a little bone in their nose. You know,
yeah.
People have been wearing jewelry since time immemorial, and forecasting and statistics show that it's only going to go up, 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 up. Okay, it's becoming more and more popular all the time. It's considered a consumable item. That was big to me. So just like bread or milk or eggs, people need more. Fashion is considered consumable. And look at how it changes with the trends, with the outfits, with the seasons, okay? Just with the times, with our ages, you know, just that. We are the only, well, we'll talk about that more when we go into why Park Lane. It is something that we wear. Now, that might sound super simplistic, but Janine used to sell a home product, as did I. If you had gone walking around with one of your huge baskets everywhere, if I had gone walking around with one of my huge candles everywhere, I don't think it necessarily would have attracted people as good customers.
No, I look like Little Red Riding Hood. I can tell you what I look like.
But when you have a necklace on and you're just standing somewhere like at the DMV and someone goes, oh my gosh, I love your necklace. Well, there you go. You just opened a conversation with a complete stranger in a very reasonable, nice way, right? So not only do we wear our product, other people wear our product. So that, you know, the referrals and everything are coming back to us all the time. So yes, jewelry is absolutely, it's an emotional purchase. It's one of the only purchases, if not the only, I think lipstick's the other one, that goes up in economic hard times, goes up in sales, because people will continue to do that. One of the number 1 gifts in the world, candy, flowers, jewelry. Only one that withstands the test of time. So yes, jewelry is and then from our standpoint, very easy to carry around, very light, doesn't take up any room in your house. If you do ever have to mail something, which Park Lane does most of it for us, you throw it in like that doesn't show up on my green screen. Shows that if you throw it up, you put it into like a little $3 envelope. So yes, many, many pluses. Don't know why I didn't discover it before, but
we didn't now, and that's all that matters.
Everything I just said.
Great comments on why jewelry. Tell us why Park Lane jewelry.
Yeah, because there's other choices, right? And I started to say it earlier, but we are the only, first, we're the biggest. We're the biggest direct sales jewelry company in the world. We also are the longest established in living, right? We've been around since 1955. We are debt-free and cash rich. Those are very super wonderful, powerful things. Not only from the standpoint of us knowing that we're going to get paid every week, and we get paid every week, but also the buying power that we have. So, you know, the designers want to work for Park Lane. The stone houses want to give their next shipment to Park Lane, you know. So we have a lot of buying power, always on the cutting edge. We are the complete package, meaning most jewelry companies, if not all, I'd have to think about it, but I really research it. But most direct sales jewelry companies have a niche market.
Right.
You'll know what I'm talking about when I say it, you guys out there, because you've been to them probably or heard of them. Maybe they're mostly Swarovski crystals. Beautiful. but certain audience, right? Maybe they're all sterling silver, beautiful, but certain audience, right? So maybe they're mostly charms or boho chic or just modern and trendy. So my customer base has actually said to me, Mary Grace, you know what I absolutely love about Park Lane? And I always say, me? And they go, no. What I love is that no matter who I invite, online, or who I show the catalog to, or who goes on, and looks at your online catalog, or who comes to my house to see it, no matter who, there's something for everyone. Something for my 90-year-old grandma and something for my, little preteen niece that is so excited about all of it. So those are the reasons. And then our programs, like if you guys have been, any of you out there, and go ahead and give me a heart if you have been, if you've been in direct sales before, one of the things that Park Lane does here that no other company does is we will hire people in at a level that is commensurate with their experience. This other companies make that sound like that's a bad thing. Are you kidding me right now? That is like the real world, right? I mean, you wouldn't. I was pretty high up in a field that I used to be in before, and if I was ever looking for another company to go with, I would expect them to bring me in at a level that appreciated and respected my experience. And direct sales has experience levels, so we absolutely love that we can offer to you a title and a paid scale that is commensurate with what you've had before. That being said, even the newest fashion directors are some of the highest paid in the industry. Other companies have had to increase their pay because they're trying to keep up with Park Lane, but they can't. Okay, so most companies, the one I came from, it was a 20 to 25% commission. We start people at 30%, and then they can move all the way up to 50%. So that's just the profit program. Okay. The customer program, our sale, is so incredibly generous and so fun that people think it's our hostess program, but it's not. It's our customer sale. And, one of the number one reasons research has shown that people will want to recommend something to their friend is they want their friend to get a good deal. So the fact that we can offer this sale, and come on, I'm going to say girls, it's really everybody, but girls, we have it in our DNA to love a sale. And we feel like it's our duty to share it, right? So it's like, so people get so excited to say, have you heard about Park Lane? Like, you buy 2 for regular, get 4 for half. And oh my gosh, we're not finished yet. Listen to this, So all of that serves us so well. Our customers get a lot when they buy. They get a lot for their money. How is that wonderful for us? They're not going to work with one piece of jewelry on. They're going to work with 20 different pieces of jewelry on throughout the year. And people are commenting on all of them, right? And the hostess program, same way. I've never heard of another company that gives free product based on number of orders, not on how much somebody spends. That's so amazing to us because, like in my last company, we go in knowing that our hostess is going to get at least $100 in free stuff. I mean, at least we do anywhere from $500 to $700 on the average in free and discounted jewelry to each hostess, right? Yeah. In my other company, with a $400 show, which was a really good show at that time, that's what the lady got. We go in knowing we can do at least that, right? So this is super powerful stuff because we do compete for people's time. And then I already talked about how we have the most generous profit program in the industry. And then anything else that people are attracted to. Like, we have so many carrots out there. We don't have minimums. We don't lead with fear. Okay. So once you've achieved a certain title, it's yours, man. You're not going to lose it. Okay. You're not going to lose the pay that goes with that. It's yours. Okay. That is super, super cool. But there's additional things that you could be working for, like a Mercedes, like $1,000 in free jewelry every single month, which I've never missed it once. Have you? Just say, I don't think you have. $1,000 in jewelry every single month, you guys. So even customers, you're kind of crazy not to be a rep, right? It's so unbelievable, the advantages that we get.
Yeah.
2 trips a year. People that join right now have just as much a good chance of earning St. Thomas as somebody that's real seasoned. I mean, they want new people on these trips. And I could go on and probably have too much. I'm trying to see the clock and I can't. But
we're 20 minutes in. But
okay.
you're kind of you're jumping into the last question, which I'm loving. And it's really why now? Really, why now? Why is now?
You're right. You're exactly right. St. Thomas was one why now reason. It's like jump on that train. We have a brand new line. We have another little mini capsule line coming out in the spring. You want to get in on that, right? Whenever there's a season change, like right now, it's very instrumental time to be in sales in the fashion world. New year, and honestly, whenever you get the feeling, successful people lean in, they don't overthink things. And we have for $99. It's normally, this was a good deal before. You used to get to pick $500 worth of jewelry. Right now, this week, you get to pick $700. For $99. $700 worth of jewelry. Your choice, your jewelry to do with what you want. Not a kit that we picked for you. Yes, so that's pretty cool. It's yours to do with as you wish. And that $99 covers the other things people worry about, like, do I get my own website? Yep, it's in the $99. It's like everything is covered for you, access to our back office. The team tools that I, as your executive company vice president, make sure that you have are available to everybody within this organization. So you literally can do a cut and paste business with very professional materials that a social media expert puts together for us. So yeah, it really is a no risk. And successful people look at things and they go, here's my risk. Here's what I could gain. Is the to gain side definitely more, what am I trying to say? Like obvious?
Well, no, I think that you always say that you're never going to leave Park Lane, with less than you came in with. And that is huge. Like when you think about the fact that just for $99, even if you just love the jewelry, you can pick 700 of your choice. And all we ask you to do is to do a party, to do a show with your stylist.
Almost like a coming out party, for lack of a better
out.
we want you to have a party online or in person
announcing your business.
Yes, so that we can announce the business, because we're going to say it in a way that's different than you would say it, and it's going to just be like, wow, here we go. And then we don't get the paycheck for that party, you do.
You do.
So it's really a super cool way. I always say it's like if someone opened a Starbucks next door and said, I'm going to close my Starbucks and I'm going to come help you do your Starbucks. Yeah. And any customers that come into your Starbucks, they're yours now, It's a wonderful, wonderful way to get started. So,
and I think I always love the way you said, just do a party with your stylist. And at the end, you can decide. You don't have to choose to sign up. You truly don't. However, you can decide, do you want the host benefits because they're grand and robust, or would you like those and the paycheck? It's really that simple, and anyone can do that. So this is why we like to have everybody on here understanding that this opportunity could be for somebody. You could be thinking of somebody right now that we would love to have here.
Because this is just happening. It's real fresh in my mind. Tommy Sosabe sent me a screenshot of an intro show that he did for someone 2 nights ago, I think. It's $3,500. Wow. So that gal made over $1,000, like $1,200 or something like that, in just because he did her show and she said, I'm in. She also got all of the additional hostess credit, and she got all of the $700 in jewelry for $99. Now, how in any way, shape, or form is she ever going to have less than she had when she got into Park Lane? Yeah. So pretty fun.
Thanks, Mary Grace. That's awesome. We're going to drop that Google survey into the different groups that we've streamed in. Some people, we have some helpers that do that, so we'll get them in there for you. We had a good number of people on. I didn't see any questions, but I see a lot of hellos from across the country, which is awesome. Yes. So thank you so much. So I am going to say, though, that if you heard something tonight that really sparked your interest, what I'm going to ask you to do is contact your stylist that invited you here. And I'm also going to ask you to bring a friend next week and listen again. Yeah. Okay. Because
Google form, you guys, I go through every single one. You got 24 hours.
He reads all the surveys. Yep. You have 24 hours.
I want your feedback. I want to know you. And I'm looking forward to getting to know so many of you so much better. So thanks again.
Thanks, Mary Grace. You have to click us out of here.
That's right. Get us out of here, Mary Grace.
Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful night.